Hey, good evening. This is Robert Jeter and the Robert Jeter Show. The blues in the news. Coming to you live from Atlanta, Georgia. It's about 11:09 p.m., September the 7th, 2023. And what a world we have. Huh? What a world. How did we get here? Good question. So did you like that little tune? I won't sort of introduce my tunes in this show, but I'll introduce other people's tunes too, because I'm a songwriter, probably more than anything else, even though I've done many things in life. But what I really have a passion for is talking to you on a podcast, of course, and writing music. And there's other things too, but anyway, so that song was called Crazy Trapeze, and it just says, basically life doesn't turn out like you plan it, and we're on this crazy trapeze, and we just hope we can, make it back down to the ground without hurting ourselves, huh? So anyway, it's late at night, and I'm a little tired, but there's no excuses. The show must go on. It's just so much going on in the world. I just feel obligated to give you my 2 cents. And as part of the topic I want to talk about tonight, giving your 2 cents, or maybe 3 cents, or whatever you can give. I mean, basically, you can't not protest what's going on in the world. I mean, everybody has a way to do it. I mean, very religious people pray more. That helps. Other people who are more politically active join the school board, for example, or something like that, become active in the grassroots, in some grassroots organization. But any way you can do, whatever you can do, whenever you can do it, we must stand up and protest our liberties being taken away from us. And I was watching a podcast the other night. I mean, most of my news right now is coming from, I do watch some news, but cable, I think a lot of people turned off cable. And, of course, I don't watch much Fox anymore because ever since Tucker Carlson left, and, of course, a lot of people have done the same. Fox ratings have gone down right much, and Newsmax ratings have gone up because they still support Trump. And of course, the more they indict him, the more popular he gets. Oh, did you see on, where did I see that? It was on Twitter, I believe. Somebody had posted in Yankee Stadium. I don't, maybe it was the last night's game. I'm not sure what game it was, but recently somebody unfolded a great big banner in the middle of Yankee Stadium, in the stands, of course, saying basically with the picture of Trump, it's Trump or death, I think is what it says. But the point was that basically we don't have much choices today. And it's like when Patrick Henry got up, I think it was the St. John's Church in Richmond, Virginia, and said, "Give me liberty or give me death," because it had gotten to such a point right before the Revolutionary War broke out that people were not taking it anymore from the crown, from the King of England. And a lot of people are reaching the point right now in America, it's the same thing. They can't take it anymore because they're just fed up with it. It seems like everything that the current administration does turns to manure, and it's not a pretty sight. You see in New York, Adams himself, who's more or less a Democrat and more or less woke, is not very happy with the situation in New York. The immigrants coming in, there's no, of course, border control. We all know the story. We all see the immigrants come here, and we all feel compassion, I'm sure, for a lot of these people, but people have to be vetted. And now they're going to school. The kids are going to school, and we don't know, what kind of diseases they may have, They don't speak the language hardly in most cases. So it takes a lot of money, it takes a lot of effort for the cities to house and to educate these people and to feed them and to take care of them medically, whatever it takes. And the cities just don't have the money. And there's chaos. In Chicago, I think a bunch of immigrants are living in the airport. And it becomes, the whole country becomes a third-rate country very quickly. And so the Huns have invaded. And you know what happened to Rome after the Huns invaded there, right? But anyway, getting back to watching these podcasts on the internet, I often watch podcasts on YouTube. For example, a good place to go to get your news is this guy called Stephen Garner. He just tells you the way it is, and he has interviews with a lot of interesting people. So the other night he had an interview with this guy who runs an outfit called Trends Journal. An outfit, yeah, he's just a journalist, and he predicts what's going to happen in the future for economists, for financial people, for whoever. It was a Trends Journal, and he's a pretty funny guy. I mean, he doesn't hold back any punches, and so he was on this podcast with Steve Garner the other day, and they were talking about the term "the devil's bargain." That a lot of people will do stuff to feel safe, and usually it takes usually when you do that, and it's this context, it's you're giving up our liberty. It's like COVID, right? We all give up our freedoms to stay locked down, to wear the mask, et cetera, et cetera. And I see they want to do it again. Crazy. So anyway, to feel safe, a lot of people will give up their liberties. And this is called the devil's bargain. Because really, it's a ruse, and the devil's taking advantage of us. And we give up our freedoms, our liberties, thinking that we're being safe. Well, of course, the opposite occurs. We become more vulnerable. And right now, the United States is very vulnerable, not only to the enemies within, but the enemies without. Instead of climate change, we should be worried about nuclear war. And that would be have a big effect on the climate, no doubt. But we all need to speak up. We all need to do our part, whatever it takes to make sure we don't lose our freedom. We've lost so much already.
Somebody the times. Check out the vibe and the rhymes. Just look at the crimes against humanity. This is insanity. Look at the children, they cry. Look at the people that die. I'm constantly asking them why. The innocent blood on the wall when children they fall is killing us all. But we cannot live illusion. Be wary divine retribution. Cause light will prevail over darkness, good over evil. They are not equal. There will not be a sequel. I speak on behalf of the people. When redemption comes, it comes precision like putting a record.